Please remember to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also be sure to follow and support me on my social media. Links in the description below. Now please enjoy the video, everyone! Alright. Log in. Hello, Monica. Check if I'm still recording. Yep, I am. DDLC. Doki Doki! What is up, my fellow Dark Fedoras? This is Ruxus13Keys here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, aka Doki Doki Literature Club, the revisited series. In the last episode, we have finally gotten all the CG cutscenes for all the three girls, Sayori, Natsuki, and Yuri. So now we can finally proceed into Act 2 while trying to get the good ending. So, but anyways, before I begin, if you are enjoying my videos and you do want to see more content from me, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell button to be notified of all videos that I upload. Make sure to follow me on my Twitter, join my Discord server, for some future updates, community interaction. And make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and share this video with your friends and family. It really helps me out in the algorithm. Make sure to buy my merch on my TeePublic page. Make sure to click the join button down below to be a monthly member on the channel. You will gain perks such as custom emojis, early access videos, and shoutouts once every upload week. And also, my family has a fundraiser on GoFundMe to raise enough money to move out of our old house and into a new and better home. Currently, we have raised $620 out of the goal, which is $155,000, so it would truly mean a lot if you were to donate. And with all that said and out of the way, without further ado, let's begin. Also, I do apologize that there was no DDLC video. The last upload week, I didn't have any time to record it at that time because so much stuff kept piling on and from me, pulling me away from recording. But yeah, let's continue now. Oh my god, I forgot about how glitchy things can get. Alright, we've already seen a lot of this, so I think we can go ahead and just skip. Oh my god. Yikes. Hi, Monica. Okay. We've already seen all this, so we're gonna skip it. But something that we are gonna be doing that's gonna be different this time around is in Act 2. We're gonna be choosing words that appeals to Natsuki, because last time around we went for the Yuri CG cutscenes during Act 2. We haven't seen the Natsuki CG cutscenes in Act 2 yet, so that's what we're gonna do. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Today, I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how blank feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again, unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. And there's a bloodstain. Oh my god! Yikes! Friggin' yikes! And as you can see, Sayori is completely gone. Last time we went with Yuri, so but now we're gonna be going for Natsuki. Okay, Fluffy. Oh wait, whoops! I forgot to save first. Let's go ahead and save now. We got Fluffy in there. Alright, return. By the way, I have a booming headache. I've been rushing to get these videos done because it's only half the week now. So I'm gonna be a lot more sloppier doing this. And it's already boiling in here. Can I please find a word? Why wasn't I just do imagination? Fuck! Alright, parfait, milk, bubbles, sugar, summer. Awesome? Okay, good. That was one of Sayori's words, but it counts as Natsuki, I guess. Cute, Papa, kawaii, clouds, vanilla, kitty, twirl. Alright, skipping. Is that one of them? Please tell me it is. Alright, skipping. Okay, thank you. Yep, hair. Yep, hop. Ribbon. Where is that? Ribbon. Alright. Silly. Let's go. Okay. There was none of them for Natsuki. I got lucky. There was a Sayori in there. Marshmallow. Please tell me marshmallow. Yeah, marshmallow. What the fuck?! I never had that before! That was so new! Hey again, Sasha. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I'm back at the literature club. Alright. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is ready to hang out. Oh my gosh, Yuri's glitching out! Thanks for keeping your promise, Sasha. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh my gosh, Natsuki. And the screen's starting to spin. Come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, alright, oh my gosh. Yeah, Natsuki, fine. Alright, manga is literature. Alright. Sorry, Sasha, alright. Just go ahead and skip through most of this. I'm saying no either way. Wait, didn't mean it like that. Alright, let's just... Alright, finally, new dialogue. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it. You can go do it through the glass on that door. He points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Sasha. Don't judge a book. Oh my gosh. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be closer like this. Don't just say that! You'll make me feel weird about it! Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? Alright. It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I could even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Oh my god! God, I forgot about how dark some of this stuff gets as well. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading, or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Alright, let me check if I'm still recording real quick. Yes, I am. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Oh my god! I forgot I was expecting this, but I forgot how creepy it gets. Yikes! Oh my god! Oh jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. As she snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Sasha. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, Why don't we all share poems now? Alright. We're gonna keep going for Natsuki here, I guess. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Alright, is this just the same? Yeah, it is. Okay. Sad. Alright, Yuri. Alright, this is all the same, I think. Yeah, it's giving me the option to skip here. Alright, Monica. Alright. I like it, Sasha. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of Natsuki, something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take it as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down, like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Alright, skip this. Oh yeah, here comes the fight. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Sasha appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs actually grew a size bigger as soon as Sasha started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Take out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch? Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people will learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Sasha hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Sasha, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh my gosh, and then all my dialogue gets skipped. Oh god. Oh dear god. Hi, Monica. Oh my god. Hey Sasha. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if it makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms in her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Sasha, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Sasha. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But, oh! And Monika just skips. Okay. We're 24 minutes in so far. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm saving. First things first. Alright. Return. Alright, pout! Lollipop! Milk! Smile. Smile? Okay, good. I got lucky. Assistance Journey headphones. Headphones is one of them, I think. Yep, headphones. Spinning. Spinning has to be in there. Yep, spinning. Hop. Yep, jump. Together. Okay, I got lucky. Music. Okay, I got lucky again. This is stressful. Because one slip up and I have to restart it. Pink. Twirl. Fluffy. Color? Okay. Email. Papa. Marshmallow. Jumpy. Summer. Bunny. Alright, there we go, got it! Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Alright, let's go ahead and just skip through most of this. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez, whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about little things, aren't you? What? I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not! What took you so long anyway? Alright. Skip through most of this here. Oh! New dialogue! I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Wow! What the hell? Wow, just forced me to spend time with Yuri. Wow. Story about it anyway. Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixating them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Sasha? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people that we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again? Sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Why did the music just suddenly fade out? Also, there's a speck on my glasses that's bothering me. My whole body gets... Oh, okay then. I kind of forgot to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes! I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'll slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Seems a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Alright, I think the rest of this is just the same. Yeah, this is the same. Especially kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Let's turn the page. Get distracted. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Alright? Continue reading. Just as soon as she finishes the page, we continue the first chapter in silence. Turns the page. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came to my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up, practically rushes to the classroom. What on earth was that about? Sasha? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing poems with each other? Don't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip into my bag. Alright, Natsuki. Oh, new dialogue. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. I wonder, is this something that can be translated? I'm genuinely curious. I remember this, but I don't know if anyone's translated it before. Sasha, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? You like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. Is this music different? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. Have I ever got this before? Even from playing the game before? So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Sasha, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. Oh my god! I feel like that was different in some way. I don't even know if I ever got the Natsuki jump scare until now. Counting my other previous Let's Plays of this before as well. Alright, time for Monica next. Oh god. Hi again, Sasha. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Good job, Sasha. Alright. Same dialogue. Oh gosh. Please help me. Okay. Alright. Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. And I hear a train. Shut up! It's, well, there are some things that you could work on. But that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head. A linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A postal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. A parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stands. God disproving the existence of God. A wheel rotating in 6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of every stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting in a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolthead. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes! And here's the... Oh my god, here's this again! Okay, everyone. I've gotten this before! Is this something completely new and plus? We're all done reading with each other's reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. And then I black out from blood loss. And then it's all back afterwards. Oh my god. That is disturbing to me. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Sasha joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. I'm gonna skip because my stuttering's getting worse. My stuttering's getting really bad here. Oh my gosh. I really wish it didn't just skip that part. Okay. Oh god. I'm really boiling, by the way. I'm really exhausted. So probably after this upload week, I'm gonna take a hiatus. I really don't know, but like a lot of life stuff have been pulling me away from recording, so I'm really exhausted. All right, let's just skip this. No, stop it. All right, let's go ahead and save here and wrap it up. Oh boy! All right, we're gonna exit DDLC and check the game files. Alright, first pictures. Oh god, my voice is dying, actually. I just realized. Oh, shit. Yeah, new poems have been unlocked. Oh. Simple character sheet of Natsuki's initial design, drawn by David Evelyn. Nice! Alright. I'm probably gonna change it back to this, by the way, for the wallpaper, since Halloween is coming close. Yeah, there we go. And mail. Oh, I got mail! Ivy Laster. Have a nice weekend. December 9th, 2019. Ivy Laster. To Untitled Mail Group. Do not use. Date. Monday, December 9th, 2019. 12:06 a.m. Subject. Have a nice weekend. I'm on leave for the rest of the week. Contact Ravi if you need to schedule server time. But I expect my jobs to run for a few days since we've collected so much data this week. How about we arrange a meeting to discuss the results when I return? This is some new lore. This is some brand new lore. What is Metaverse Enterprise Solutions? What are they? I want MatPat to do a theory on this. I need to see a theory on this. This is new to me. What about the files? Let's check the files. Happy thoughts. Oh my gosh. I hate this. I can't do anything. Nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It would be really, really easy to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Trace back text. Oh yeah, this was the moment when she deleted Sayori, I think. Attributions. Can you hear me? Oh, there's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Oh boy. But with that, we are gonna be ending the episode now. Oh my gosh. Okay, my fellow Dark Fedoras, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, aka Doki Doki Literature Club, the Revisited series. I am tired. I need to lay down. I am so exhausted now. But we are getting closer to the good ending, though. That's all that matters, and I'm excited for it. But yeah, I need to relax after this. I'm tired. It's hot. I'm exhausted. And my voice is dying. But anyways, if you are enjoying my videos and you do want to see more content from me, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell button to be notified of all videos that I upload. Make sure to follow me. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and share this video with your friends and family. That helps me out in the algorithm. Make sure to follow me on my Twitter and join my Discord server for some future updates and community interaction. Make sure to buy my merch on my TeePublic page. Make sure to click the join button down below to be a monthly member on the channel, and in return, you will gain perks such as custom emojis, early access to videos, and shoutouts once every upload week. And also, my family has a fundraiser on GoFundMe to raise enough money to move out of our old house that's falling apart and into a new and better home. Currently, we have raised $620 out of the goal, which is $155,000, so it truly means a lot for you to donate, all of which helps me out a lot. And until then, this has been Roxas13Keys, signing out, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out!